it's another Wacky Wednesday, and you are joining me, Kelly Wahl. We're going to connect because that's just what I love to do. I love connecting with spirit, and I love bringing it through and being a vessel for spirit for you. I love my work as a psychic medium. And it's funny because I often have times where I've even had people say, I'm not quite sure if the term psychic medium is really what you are. And I do get a little like, okay. And because very much, I believe we're all psychic. We all have that innate ability. We all have that sixth sense. And it just depends on like, to what degree do you want to hone in on it or tune it up or tune it in better? So it's just about developing it for your own personal styling. So I really don't like the term being called a psychic. And then for some reason, there's been this trend over the last several years that everybody's now a medium. And it's like, well, a medium is simply someone who does connect to the higher plane and is able to specifically tune in to those who have passed. And then they're able to translate that to you. So a lot of times it's about when I open with my healing prayer, because I always start my work like this with a prayer. And I say, I ask the great unseen healing force to please allow me to be a vessel of communication for spirit. May my spirit guides, loved ones, and spirit bring through what needs to be heard, felt, seen, and healed. I ask this in all sincerity and honesty, and I am humbled to do my part. I put my faith and trust in the Lord. Amen. So that's my prayer to open the connection. That's saying it's like going on a date and setting the table, you light the candles, you get the mood music going. So you have to set the tone because that really opens up the vessel of communication. And of course, what I want to do is bring through evidence. So I want to bring through evidence that, yes, it is your loved one that I am connecting with. So a lot of times they give me, their ailments or perhaps their little idiosyncrasies of how they would say things, but especially the feeling that they have for, you, their loved ones. And then I always ask, well, what's the message? And anybody can really come through and say, oh, they want to just send you lots of love. Well, I hope so. But to me, that's kind of like playing it safe. So we want more than that. I watch a lot of fellow colleagues in this genre, and I'm really blessed that we live in a day and age and world that we can't openly discuss these things freely. Back in my great-great-grandmother's day, she was, we referred to her as Bouja, and it was people would really, have to have these clandestine meetings to meet with her and, get a message. And it just wasn't something very openly discussed. I mean, just like on March 1st was actually the anniversary of when the Salem witch trials took place. And not that I'm a witch, that's not my thing. I believe really the premise of the work that I do, I believe that God is all there is. God is good. Therefore, anything I do through and with God can only be of good. And I'm not saying that other things don't exist. I just don't give them energy. And that's how I work. So right now, I'm going to work with Kimberly, and I believe she's from New Jersey. Do I have that right?
Yes.
Hi, what area in New Jersey?
I'm from Hunterdon County.
Oh, okay. I'm not too familiar with that. I know like Paramus and Ramsey and Mahwah.
It's on the borderline in New Jersey, or borderline of Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Okay, Kimberly. As I tune into your vibration, I get a little like heaviness. And it's funny that we're still in the energy of the new moon in Pisces, and Pisces can be it is a very sensitive sign. And I feel as though you are extremely empathic and that you take on a lot and you want to help others. You have this Your soul's purpose is to constantly be of service. And a lot of times, what I'm getting is a visual of like how you can't give from an empty cup. Do you understand this?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm. And I want to tell you that now, when I say you can't give from an empty cup, a lot of times people will, think of a coffee cup. And it's like, if you think of coffee, you're kind of like, on the go, you're grabbing your cup of Joe and, maybe some spills out and then you don't have any left for yourself and you're running on fumes, which, coffee caffeinates a lot of people and gets them going. It gives them, the gas or whatever to get going. And with you, though, I'm being told to think of it more to like relax, breathe. You need to really take time for yourself. And unfortunately, I feel as though you have to really carve that out and force yourself to say, I am slowing down. I am taking some time for myself, whether it's just 5 minutes. And think of this visual of the teacup. Now, the teacup has a saucer under it. Also, the whole method of tea is putting the bag in, or the loose tea, leaves, and letting it steed. So, when people, back in the day or in England or whatnot, they would say, we're going to sit and have tea. It was their time to just kind of take a break and visit with one another, or give themselves a break to like just add in some peace and quiet, because there's a whole ritual that goes with tea. And then, do you want to add honey? Do you want to add lemon? Do you want to add a sugar cube? But really think about whatever is in that teacup, all of it is for you. It's not about giving what's left in the cup. That cup is all yours. Now, if that cup is full and some spills out onto the saucer, that's what you give. That way, you're not running on fumes. You're not depleting what it is you have, because you only have so much. So in time, I'm really being urged to tell you, in times where you feel as though you're being pulled in many directions, and it can get very overwhelming. And I also feel as though you feel left out at times. For like, if things are more on the fun social level, you kind of get like an afterthought, not really included. Do you understand that energy that I'm talking about? Okay.
I don't do anything.
Yes.
I don't go anywhere.
Like when there's something that needs to be done, who do they call? Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I, because I do feel a lot of like hurt and a lot of like just feeling a little left out when you're not needed. But how about when doesn't anybody want to include me other than just needing something from me? Do you understand this?
Yeah. I'm really empathic, and that's why I'm now more like a loner now.
Right. Which I want to say, with you saying that was really you making a claim of like knowing your worth and saying, you know what, I'm my own best company. And to me, I keep seeing like you drawing a line in the sand of, what you will or will no longer tolerate. Do you understand this?
I'm trying.
Right. And I want to warn you, though, because I can feel you're very empathic and you very sensitive with the new moon in Pisces. Now, we have to remember, Pisces is the last sign on the zodiac wheel. So as much of...
And I like Pisces.
I'm discovering how much I like Pisces, to be honest with you. I kind of laugh at Pisces, the hopeful romantic and the dreamer, but I really have come to find out all about the beautiful sensitivities and the necessary need of the ebb and flow, and how it's not such a bad thing looking at everything through love's eyes. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So taking the bitterness out. But I feel as though it would really benefit you to find a group where you can develop your own intuition. And then you'll find a group of like-minded individuals. So I don't know if you want to explore something on social media to find out, okay, who's offering, you know, they're called development groups, where it's just
I
about
need to do that.
you. Pardon me?
I know about them. I need to do that a lot more.
I think that's really going to fill your soul of like kind of like that wandering emptiness that you kind of have, and can make you feel extremely emotional towards the evening time, because of course when the moon comes out, our emotions come out twice as much. Do you understand?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And Kimberly, what is your month and day of birth?
5/20/81.
Oh, so you're like Taurus, but Gemini, correct?
But I really act like a Taurus.
You can get that headstrong stubbornness, I feel, but it's the loyalty of Taurus as well, and also creativity. Do you understand?
For sure, definitely.
And now, according to numerology, you are in a personal year of 4. So this year, just like I was talking about finding a new group to not only feed your soul, literally, but to find like-minded individuals and be part of a team. The 4 represents 4 equal sides, which is you standing on solid foundation. And it's really, like, to me, it represents the root chakra as well, about finding out who you are and finding out what your roots are in kind of like your non-negotiables, your moral compass, and then expanding on that a little more with the solar plexus, which brings in the I am energy of, yes, I am sensitive. Yes, I am empathic. And yes, I am now here to claim my own power by developing my intuition and building a stronger connection with spirit. Does this resonate with you?
That makes a lot of sense. And I've been seeing 444 and 555, like, you know how you see the numbers all the time? I've been seeing 444 a lot.
Mm-hmm. And I love that, because also not only is 4 representing the foundation, but 444 in angel numbers represents that angels are all around you. And as I say this, I feel as though you were a caretaker in a sense of, is your mom in spirit?
No, my best friend.
Okay, because I do have a woman that you cared for and helped her transition. Does this make sense?
No.
I feel strongly it was somebody who, because I get a very upset stomach due to like medication or treatment, and maybe they didn't pass, but you certainly were there in their, I'm still getting transformation and transition, and it could be the transition from dis-ease into wellness. And I feel as though this was a cancer type of diagnosis that you just helped someone through your own faith and servitude. You can't relate to anyone like that?
That could be my best friend, but I wasn't there.
I feel strongly that this is. Do you know if it was breast cancer?
Ovarian.
Okay, that's still a womanly thing. So sometimes when I get the chest area, it's, I'm going towards the right thing of having to do with the female. But I really am getting a sense that she's saying you were there, like you were a backbone type of friend. You're not, it didn't matter if you talked every day or every other day. She knew that you were always there to have her back. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Which then brings in, again, the loyalty of Taurus, and just, letting her know that you'll always be there, even in the tough times, you're going to listen to her and you're going to encourage her. And it's through your own faith that you helped her. So that
can make sense.
And that's a presence I really feel that I'm having this heart-to-heart energy with. But also I want to clue you in on the repetitive 5s. The 5s also represent time for transformation. It's a time for change and more of a transcension, because we can have change and transformation, but it's more about for you looking from a higher perspective, a bird's eye view of the big picture. And I really come back to that sense of being a part of some sort of community of like-minded individuals to develop your own intuition and to have fun playing with spirit. It's time to incorporate some more fun. And I feel as though if you start this, which we're in the energy of the new moon, by May, you're going to have some very pleasant just awakenings and things going in a positive manner of you getting out a little more and feeling appreciated and valued. Valued is the key word that I get.
Yay. That makes sense.
So make yourself a little wish list and have a great new moon in Pisces. And I look forward to connecting with you again.
Thank you. Am I allowed to ask a question by any chance?
Sure.
Do you pick up anything on like a new relationship or anything?
Well, not that I want to spoil anything, but absolutely. I keep getting May because I keep seeing, the grass is very green. I keep getting the signs of springtime. And I really feel if you do this work of developing your own intuition and your own connection with spirit more strongly than you already do, I feel like you kind of put it on the back burner for a little bit. And I feel as though if you do these things, you're going to be opening up the gateway to invite that new, kind of romantic opening to be welcomed.
Okay.
All right. Okay. I'm also hearing
so much.
Refresh yourself a bit, whether it's a new haircut or just go through your closet is what I'm hearing, and kind of just look through some things that you thought like, oh, I forgot it was, back here or something, or, oh, that doesn't fit. And just kind of play a little bit with refreshing the beauty that's inside of you and expressing it outwardly is what I'm hearing.
Okay.
All right.
Makes sense.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And be well. Oh, just like I was tuning in with Kimberly there, this Piscean energy also is very reflective about beauty and, new beginnings. So why not incorporate something that's going to make you feel better? And it could just be just a little something like, recently, I got my nails done today. And I said to myself, God, that's, kind of a waste. It's a luxury, and I have to keep them very short because of the other work that I do and massage therapy and body work. But then as I was getting them done again, I said, you know what, this makes me feel better. And why not? If it makes you feel better, then why deprive yourself of that? Because what you're doing is you're sending out the message of scarcity. And we don't want that. So we've got Carly from Florida that we're going to tune in with. Carly, are you with me?
Yes, hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. What's the weather like? Like, what area are you in?
I'm in Tampa, and it's hot.
Oh, it's hot?
Yeah, it's been like 80 degrees here, but Florida, it's like humid, so.
Right. Oh, yeah, I know about the humidity in Florida, but I'm in Buffalo, New York, and it's snowing tonight.
Oh, my God.
Now, Carly, I get this really fun, young energy with you, and I love it. And I feel as though as you're talking about the heat and I'm tuning in with your energy, I feel like you're being weighed down, though. Am I correct in just feeling like a heaviness with you?
I don't know.
Or
Not
I just
really.
feel like you're feeling like you're a little stuck or stagnant, or should I say a little vanilla? Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel as though I'm being told literally to tell you to open up the windows. I know it's humid, but do it really early in the morning before the humidity really hits. And you need to bring some fresh energy into the home. Are you familiar with kind of like cleansing or smudging a space?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm being told to tell you, though, which is funny, I've been hearing this term all day, and now I know where it applies. Don't go for the traditional sage or the Palo Santo wood, I want you to find sweet grass. And it's dry.
Okay, that's exactly what I use.
And what you're going to do with it, this has been in my head all day. I'm like, sweet grass, sweet grass. Somebody needs to add the sweetness back into life to cleanse away the old. And if you think about it, you definitely, where you live is transitioning from, winter time, which everything is regenerating in winter. And now I'm really telling you, you need to set the tone to march forward, March, the month that we're in, but also in the action sense of if you want something different, you got to shake it up. They say if you want something different, you have to do something different. But in your case, it's just about shaking it up a little. And so raising the vibration in your home, cleansing out, and it's not so much cleansing out any old energy. It's just about getting rid of the stagnation that has occurred, or like doing a spring cleaning. I know, I start cleaning with lemon and juice and everything else, and the room starts to smell like that. And then, what you're doing, I wash the walls, thank you to my Polish mother who taught me how to clean very well, to really just get that rejuvenating sense of spring cleaning. And I feel like that's going to lift your spirits. And, since you know about sweet grass, of course, you want to burn it. And I'm also being told to call in Archangel Uriel. Are you familiar with the archangels?
No.
Well, everybody thinks there's only like one or four, but there's really a lot more. And Archangel Uriel is the beacon of light or the beacon of hope. And I feel as though what we're doing with the sweetgrass and everything is I want you to bring back in the light from within, like the light that's within you. And we need to take that dimmer switch that it's been on and really turn it up. So call upon Archangel Uriel, and he always presents in the form of like holding a light, a lantern, hello, or a candle. And to just call upon him as you're cleansing your space and saying, I welcome Archangel Uriel to come and lift the darkness or the heaviness and to bring back the light. I choose to walk in the light of love. Okay, that's like a great affirmation for you. Also, I feel as though, is your mom still with us?
Yeah.
Does she live near you?
Yeah, I actually, when COVID started, I rent the house next to her now.
Well, given your proximity, I don't know why but I'm still being told to go forward and tell you this, to spend some time with just her, like something just you and her can do, or ask her opinion on something. And it could be very trivial about like, hey, Mom, do you think I should change the shears in this room or something? And ask for her opinion. I feel as though she's missing a little, time of being your friend kind of, energy and still being relevant, but wanting to do something. Do you understand? On like a relaxed, casual kind of thing. Do you understand this?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I feel as though not only will that help her, but it'll help you, and it'll just give you guys this renewed energy of camaraderie that needs to just be, again, I'm going back to the word refreshened.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like everything is fine, everything is going well for you. You just need this little pick-me-up is what I'm hearing from Spirit.
All right, perfect. I will have to try that. And it was sweetgrass.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, Carly. Have a great new moon. Freshen up that space, and the rest will lift you up itself, okay?
I definitely will. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, everyone. These are all great things. Now, I was explaining about the sweetgrass, and that brings in the sweetness back of life. And, it's, even though tradition says you should really cleanse or sage or smudge around the full moon because you want to get rid of that energy. But again, I'm back to the point that Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac wheel. So it is about kind of completing. Pisces is about completion and knowing that we are a part of a higher something, and giving way to that. It's about really learning that we're part of a whole. Bigger than ourselves is really what Pisces says, bigger than ourselves. And I really believe that the things like we were talking about with Kimberly, welcoming in love, make a list of the things that you wish, the quality of things that you wish to have in your life, and be specific, but then leave it open by saying, if not this, then better. Because then you're allowing the universe to do what it does organically. Because again, with Pisces, we have to learn how to let go and go with the flow. So I hope that you take in all of this energy from Pisces and know that in the silence, the teachings are heard. In the stillness, the world is transformed. And in between the rest of it, we need to learn to ebb and flow. I'm Kelly Wahl. I look forward to connecting with you. Please book a session. We're doing 20-minute sessions for $50. Look us up on A1R Psychic Radio for your own personal Zoom, FaceTime, phone session with me, Kelly Wahl, WAHL, K-Wahl Healing Arts. And we will do this again in the next 7 days during the waxing moon. And let's see where the action takes us next week. Good night, y'all.